Hi, I'm Emily, and I live with MS, and I find it difficult sometimes on explaining what MS is and what kind of symptoms I experience to those around me. So I figured I'd share how I share. So I say that MS is a chronic disease of the central nervous system, and that makes up the brain and the spinal cord, really the control center of everything that we do. Now, if you've ever had a phone charger, wires get exposed, and maybe your phone doesn't charge as properly or at all. Essentially, that's what happens to somebody living with MS. What happens is our body attacks those nerve pathways, creating lesions. And these lesions disrupt the flow of information from our brain to the rest of our body, causing various symptoms. Now, when I think of symptoms analogy, I kind of think of it as like an iceberg. There's some symptoms that people are able to see that are visible, whether that's maybe our gait's off, or we have mobility challenges, or we use a wheelchair. Those things people can see. But underneath the surface, there's a lot of things that go on that people aren't able to see. And so for me, that is, I've lost my vision. I've gotten optic neuritis before, but that's not something people can recognize. And maybe even pain or spasticity, that tightness in our muscles, to even cognitive challenges. Sometimes I find it hard to retrieve information or speak clearly. And so a lot of those symptoms are invisible, which can make it really challenging, especially when someone you love says, well, you look okay, you don't look sick, but you look so good. I know I've heard that, I'm sure you have too. And so those invisible symptoms can be really challenging sometimes to explain to people, including fatigue as well. That's another one that can be a challenging one. But if you want more information or resources on MS or the different symptoms that people living with MS experience, check out the Can Do website. They've got a lot of great information that you can use.